Hello, hello. It is a dark episode for. Not a dark episode. I did my dark episode. This is a little commentary from about House of the Dragon, where I'm in Season 1, Episode 5 or 6, and Rings of Power, Episode 6, where interesting to look at these two shows because they're both fantasy shows, and you can very well argue that George R. R. Martin is sort of reacting to, if not Tolkien directly, is reacting to the knockoffs of Tolkien, but might even be reacting to Tolkien himself, because George R. R. Martin's show, in a way, is fantasy retellings of actual historical machinations, and very much the kind of um, bloody interscene wars between houses in kingdoms, all jockeying for power. Whereas Tolkien is very much more, on a very simple level, is a struggle between good and evil, between conformity, non-conformity, between kind of a morality, making moral choices, what those choices are, um, giving in to fear, finding courage, stuff like that. And it's interesting to watch both of these shows, like, because of how my schedule is. I watch one and then I watch the other because it's Sunday night, or not Sunday night, actually it's Monday for me now, where I can just, this is the time where I have the chance to watch these shows, and I have to watch them one right after another, and it's very different experiences. And there's, in one sense, that House of Dragon is a very kind of melodramatic, realpolitik reflection of, real world things where good people do horrible things in the name of what they think is good, and are perhaps corrupted by them, versus a show that is maybe more idealistic, has more kind of a mythical bent to it. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm just trying to kind of sort through because I'm enjoying both shows, but they do seem to be tapping in to different things. And House of the Dragon is more visceral, more tapping into just kind of direct emotion stuff, where there is the register, it's more detached, but it has more of the marble to it than House of the Dragons. Yet it's gorgeous marble. Yeah, it's one of those things I'll have to think about. I guess if you look at Galadriel, she is an elf, almost immortal elf, immortal, to a human being, almost functionally immortal or elf in the time span that she is going. Whereas, like, all the characters and there are human characters in the Rings of Power, but there's less centering of kind of ambition and passion, as much as this is balanced out by duty. Like, I think Halbrand, somebody who wants to get away from his destiny as king, but seems to be, at least at this point, kind of accepting that he has to do it, even though there's been developments where his kingdom seems to have been turned into Mordor. Yes, yes. So, that kind of thing. It's like he's not trying to screw over a brother or, have sex with the sister or anything like that. Like in House of the Dragon, which is very entertaining and also taps into something very. Both shows are tapping into something human, but there's one that's on a kind of a more mythic sense, and one in a more the horrible things that we've done to each other in history sense. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, those are my scattered thoughts on the House of Dragon and the Rings of Power at this very early point in both of their creation. All right, I have been Jay. More videos later.